Roman Reigns saved an incredible 6-year WWE record thanks to SummerSlam win with JUSO. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. It will likely be Reigns' last WWE match for a while, but the Tribal Chief made sure to leave wrestling on a high note. With his comeback victory alongside USO, WWE's biggest star maintained a record that dates back to 2019. Reigns' dominance in WWE is undoubted and is demonstrated by an incredible streak the star has continued since 2019. The Tribal Chief's win against Breakker and Reed marked his rebound from his WrestleMania 41 loss to Seth Rollins. That means the Tribal Chief has still not lost consecutive matches in the company for 7 years, dating back to 2019. Reigns' last back-to-back defeats came against some surprising opponents too, which highlights how much stronger WWE has become under Triple H. Shane McMahon and the Revival handed Reigns those consecutive losses in 2019 at Super Showdown and WWE Raw. Despite just returning to the company in July, Reigns will likely be stepping away again to begin filming a new Hollywood movie. Reigns and Cody Rhodes are set to appear in Street Fighter, with the video game adaptation scheduled to start filming in Australia in August. This means Reigns likely won't wrestle again until at least Survivor Series in November. It's unclear whether Reigns will appear on WWE Raw before departing for his next movie project. Drew McIntyre was interviewed backstage by Kathy Kelly during the SummerSlam post-show regarding his victory over Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. McIntyre didn't wait long before commenting on CM Punk's latest loss, despite not being prompted by the interviewer. "Karma is a real thing," said the Scottish Warrior about his longtime rival's defeat to Rollins. "I've been watching what's happening on Raw with Seth. Seth and I are professional rivals, not like Punk and me." The three-time world champion continued, "Seth has done to Punk exactly what Punk did to me," referencing their 2024 feud. Punk attacked McIntyre at WrestleMania 41, allowing Damian Priest to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase and defeat McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Punk also ambushed McIntyre at Clash at the Castle last year, following another briefcase cash-in attempt. McIntyre summed up his comments by saying, "Tonight was the cherry on top. Congratulations, Seth, you deserve it. And karma is indeed real." Rollins became just the 4th superstar in WWE history to successfully cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase at SummerSlam. Interestingly, this marks the 2nd time Punk has been on the losing end of a SummerSlam cash-in. He previously lost the WWE Championship to Alberto Del Rio at SummerSlam 2011 after a surprise attack by Kevin Nash. Other notable SummerSlam cash-ins include Randy Orton on Daniel Bryan in 2013 and Io Sky on Bianca Belair in 2023. The MMA middleweight division has been stirred up by Rainier de Ridder's recent win over Robert Whittaker, potentially earning him a shot at the winner of UFC 319's main event. One MMA veteran claimed Dricus du Plessis is in for a serious challenge against Chimaev, who previously went the distance with former champion Kamaru Usman. Still, unexpected injuries are always a possibility. That's why backup fighter Caio Borralho is staying ready. The Brazilian has said he would be willing to step in to fight either contender, though he'd prefer a matchup against the reigning champion. Borralho added that he sees du Plessis as the slight underdog in the upcoming fight. He commented, "I always bet against Dricus and he always proves me wrong, but I feel this fight could end quickly, maybe even in the first or early second round. 60% of me says Chimaev finishes this early, but 40% thinks Dricus' size and strength give him an edge." Borralho, who is already preparing for a bout against Nasruddin Imavov in September, explained how du Plessis could win if he sticks to a strong defensive game plan. "If he can stop the takedowns or survive the first 2 rounds, the fight gets better for him," he said. Not everyone was impressed by de Ridder's razor-thin decision over Whittaker. One member of the Fighting Nerds camp voiced doubts about de Ridder's title chances in a Submission Radio interview. "I think de Ridder won, but it was close. I don't think this puts him in line for a title or even a fight with the loser of Dricus versus Chimaev," the fighter said. There are others ahead of him. He beat Bo Nicol, then Whittaker, but honestly, Whittaker didn't seem at his best. A win in Paris could move the 6th-ranked contender past a Ritter in the rankings and set up a pivotal match for the next title shot. As great as the SummerSlam main event was, continuing the Rollins vs. Punk feud seems like an unusual decision from Triple H. The rivalry has been ongoing since Punk's return at Survivor Series 2023. With Punk's in-ring career winding down, it would be good to see him face other opponents. Hopefully, their feud reaches a conclusion soon, and Punk can chase the title again ahead of the road to WrestleMania 42 in 2026. Ideal matchups for next year's grand event might be Punk vs. Cody Rhodes and Rollins vs. Royal Rumble winner Sami Zayn. When Reigns first stepped into the role of Tribal Chief, he and Jay faced off as rivals before ultimately becoming a united family. USO may have sometimes opposed Reigns' leadership during the Bloodline era, but their story is built on deep respect mixed with tension. Despite their complicated history, Saturday night saw Roman Reigns and Jey Uso unite once more. In a high-stakes tag team match, the pair stood together against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. The match was intense from the opening bell, featuring a mix of powerful moves and big match drama. After a hard-fought contest, Reigns made a selfless move that changed the momentum, and together they secured a crucial victory. But it was after the match that Reigns made headlines. Sharing a backstage moment on his official X Twitter account, he addressed the WWE Universe with meaningful words about his bond with Jey Uso. Their reunion was more than just a tag team win, it was a reminder of what keeps the Bloodline strong. In the backstage promo, Roman Reigns made a strong statement about his future in WWE, declaring that his legacy is inseparable from Jey Uso and that they plan to keep the Bloodline legacy alive. The biggest party of the summer continues tonight as WWE SummerSlam takes place in New Jersey. It is the 38th annual edition of WWE SummerSlam, marking the 8th WWE Premium Live Event, PLE, streamed on Netflix after the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania 41, Backlash, Money in the Bank, Night of Champions, and Evolution. Debuting in August 1988, this event has evolved over the past 3.5 decades. As one of WWE's 5 biggest events of the year, SummerSlam is widely considered second only to WrestleMania. Just like the Showcase of the Immortals this year, SummerSlam is now a 2-night event. Night 1 kicked off with rapper Cardi B serving as the event's host. An extra night means more matches and a stacked card featuring some of the biggest names in WWE. John Cena defends the undisputed WWE Championship in a street fight against Cody Rhodes, a rivalry dating back to WWE Elimination Chamber 2025. It's a rematch from WrestleMania 41 when Rhodes controversially lost the title. Now, as the King of the Ring winner, the American Nightmare finally gets his shot at redemption. Naomi's first defense of the Women's World Championship is a triple threat match against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu will battle in a steel cage match for the WWE United States title. AJ Styles challenges WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio, and Lyra Valkyria faces Becky Lynch in a no disqualification, no countout match. If Valkyria loses, she can no longer challenge for the title as long as Lynch remains champion. The WWE Tag Team titles will be suspended above the ring in a 6-pack TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs match, where the champions, the Wyatt Six, face steep odds. Already at SummerSlam, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso defeated Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Sami Zayn bested Karrion Kross, and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss became the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions after defeating Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Musician Jelly Roll made an impressive in-ring debut, but was ultimately pinned by Logan Paul in a tag team match that also featured Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. Jade Cargill, the 2025 Queen of the Ring, was unable to dethrone WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton, and Gunther lost the World Heavyweight Championship to CM Punk. However, Punk didn't leave as champion. Seth Rollins returned and cashed in his Money in the Bank contract to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Not only did Reed and Breaker lose when a win could have elevated their new alliance, but USO secured the victory. It's understandable that Triple H didn't want Breakker to take the fall, but many questioned why the pin didn't go to Reigns. With Reigns stepping away to film Street Fighter, the storyline seemed to lack a strong payoff. It's unclear what direction Reed and Breakker will take from here. Perhaps a shift to the tag division. This felt like a missed opportunity. After a tag team opener, Triple H curiously followed up with another tag match, as Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss challenged Judgment Day for the tag titles. The women's match was solid, though the crowd energy dipped slightly compared to the opener. Bliss and Flair told a compelling story, with the Queen overcoming early miscommunication to solidify their partnership. They captured the championships after Flair neutralized Raquel Rodriguez, allowing Bliss to execute a decisive move on Roxanne Perez. Jelly Roll's debut faced some skepticism, especially given Drew McIntyre's involvement, but the country star held his own. He delivered a commendable babyface performance, and the New Jersey crowd was behind him. He wasn't afraid to get physical either, as seen in a dramatic moment involving the commentary table. Despite the effort, Logan Paul secured the win with a top rope move. After an average show early on, Punk and Gunther delivered arguably the best WWE match of 2025. Punk was convincingly portrayed as the underdog, constantly fighting back against the ring general's dominance. Gunther played the role of a dominant adversary perfectly, and the dramatic back and forth captivated fans. The match reached a turning point when Punk knocked Gunther off the commentary table, stunning him and allowing Punk to land 2 go-to-sleep finishers for the victory. Rollins and Punk continuing their rivalry may feel repetitive given its nearly 2-year span, but the execution here was nearly flawless. It may not be the most exciting direction moving forward, but it created a signature moment at WWE's second biggest event of the year, But Punk lost the title to his rival Seth Rollins, who revealed his knee injury was a ruse and successfully cashed in his Money in the Bank contract. Meanwhile, Logan Paul stole the show in his tag team match after putting musician Jelly Roll through the announce table before securing the victory. Naomi's first defense of the Women's World Championship takes place tonight in a triple threat match against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Back on Raw, both Ripley and Sky interrupted Naomi's celebration, each claiming she held the title that rightfully belonged to them. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce resolved the dispute by scheduling a triple threat match to settle the matter. There is also a thrilling TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs, match scheduled for tonight. The WWE Tag Team titles will be suspended above the ring in a 6-team showdown. Champions. The Wyatt Six will defend against the Street Profits, the Motor City Machine Guns, #DIY, Fraxium, and Andrade Ray Phoenix. This marks the first TLC match on a premium live event since 2020 and the first at SummerSlam since 2009. AJ Styles finally gets his long-awaited match with WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio. Dirty Dom and the Phenomenal One were set to clash at Night of Champions, but an injury sidelined Mysterio. He has been out since early June, with his last title defense coming against Octagon Jr. at WWE Money in the Bank. Styles, who holds wins over JD McDonough, Finn Balor, and Mysterio in 2025, is confident going into the bout. Cardi B made her WWE debut not as a wrestler but as a performer. She opened the show with a musical act and previewed a track from her upcoming album, Am I the Drama? On Saturday, she made a grand entrance at MetLife Stadium, dressed in an all-black ensemble with a dramatic feather coat and corset-style bodysuit. Logan Paul delivered one of the most impressive slams of the night involving Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll, the former wrestler turned country pop artist, returned to the ring after a major physical transformation to team with Randy Orton against Paul and Drew McIntyre. But it was Paul's remarkable athletic display that stole the spotlight. One of the most anticipated rematches will take place on SummerSlam Night 2 as undisputed WWE champion John Cena defends his title against Cody Rhodes in a street fight. Cena controversially won the title from Rhodes at WrestleMania and later retained against Randy Orton and CM Punk. He claims he will retire with the title, but Rhodes, winner of the 2025 King of the Ring, aims to stop him. After Cena attempted to avoid the rematch, Rhodes secured the contract and revealed the match would be a no-rules street fight. Veteran wrestler Randy Orton may have lost his tag team match against Logan Paul, but he set a new milestone by competing in his 17th SummerSlam match, breaking a 38-year record previously held with The Undertaker. Following the successful two-night format of WrestleMania since 2020, WWE has adopted the same model for SummerSlam. Reports suggest Royal Rumble and Money in the Bank may follow suit in the future. Seth Rollins became World Heavyweight Champion after cashing in on CM Punk. Now aligned with Paul Heyman and backed by a new faction, including Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, Rollins is expected to have a lengthy reign. Punk may continue to challenge him through WrestleMania 42, while Gunther could also re-enter the title picture if a rematch clause exists. Braun Breaker concerned fans following his SummerSlam opener alongside Bronson Reed in a loss to Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. A video showed Breaker limping backstage with the help of WWE officials, raising injury concerns. However, he later reappeared celebrating with Seth Rollins and seemed physically fine. Jelly Roll earned praise from WWE officials for his performance. The 40-year-old, who underwent a major body transformation, teamed with Randy Orton despite the loss to McIntyre and Logan Paul. There's potential for another WWE appearance based on positive backstage feedback. Roman Reigns returned for his first match since WrestleMania 41, teaming up with cousin Jey Uso to defeat Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. His next storyline direction may depend on the outcome of Sunday's night. Two-main event between Cena and Rhodes, with a future title feud potentially on the horizon. CM Punk briefly held the World Heavyweight Championship after defeating Gunther, only to lose it minutes later to Seth Rollins. The rivalry between the two seems far from over and could lead to a major showdown at WrestleMania 42. Punk's next goal may be to win the Men's Royal Rumble.